Oh, where did we go? We're down here somewhere. Yeah, we're back. Live stream issues with me never cease to amaze me. This stand is terrible, and it wasn't even cheap. Right, okay. Right, let's see if that's locked in now. I don't know how to lock it. Oh, sorry. Technical. There we go. I think that's about as... Oh, God in heavens. No, do not do this to me. I don't know why it does it. Oh, well, that's as close as we're going to get. That's as best we're going to get. Okay, so, as you've seen in the title, this is a divine feminine, divine masculine reading. There are lots of different versions of Twin Flames. Well, I don't say lots. I think there's about 3 from what I've learned, from what I've heard. And it's kind of different elements of different Twin Flames connect, and union happens at different rates. Hello, my darling. Welcome in, Julie. Better put my glasses on. Can't find my new ones. I've lost them somewhere. So, yeah, there's different levels. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, my darling. How are we? How are we? Let me just see if... Okay, yeah. So, as I was saying, there's different grades of Twin Flames. So many readings have come up in the last month about union happening in March. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, finally, Super Chat came in. It must have been about on the 25th of February. And then I had an email yesterday saying that it started. And I've been trying to work it out all day. I don't know how to work it. But it's finally come on. So thank you. Thank you very much, Rebecca. I appreciate you. I know you've been waiting to do it for such a long time. It's a process. It's a process. And we're getting there. So today I'm really grateful for that. Yes, Rosie. I know I can't find my other ones. I mean, I've got I've got my American version, but they're too strong, so they're all right for reading books and stuff. I've lost a nail. Well, in fact, I bashed it about 2 days ago, and it just wasn't sitting right, so I've had to take it off. I'm going to go get it fixed tomorrow. So, I did a reading this morning, and it's very much effervescent to me that there is a collaboration happening between divine masculine, divine feminine. I know a lot of people believe they've met their twin flame, and it's very toxic. Thank you very much, Rebecca. I appreciate you. But I think a lot of people haven't met their actual twin flame, or they have, and they've been so far focused on karmic situations. It kind of puts a downer on the whole meeting and union and these kind of readings when they come up. It's not very often I ever do a duality reading of the two. So this reading is a carry on from today's reading, which is of union, because that is very much what was shown this morning, and it doesn't matter how I sugarcoat it, how I change it. I'm not going to please everybody, and I've kind of learned I don't really care about pleasing everybody. As long as the message has been delivered the way I'm meant to deliver it, then that is what I shall do. And the time of pulling back and not delivering the message that is meant to be out there has to stop. You can't please everybody, and you can't please anybody all the time. So hello, honeybee. This reading, if you don't want to listen to where this one is going, this is the union reading. This is a union reading between divine masculine, divine feminine. Whether this is your original or the one that is meant for you, whoever, I don't know. This is what it's for. So if you don't want to listen to it, please click off now. I know everybody's cycles are just in a very weird place, I think. And especially with the Pisces moon, I think it's very much, it's an emotional time frame, isn't it? So we are doing a full-on Oracle with Tarot twin flame reading, and we are going to see where it ended up from this morning and where it changed, because something very much happened this morning in the connection, in the way I picked it up. It was very, very clear to me, or it's been clear to me what's been happening, and I've kind of pulled back a little bit, and today's not the day to pull back. I want to embrace the newness, embrace the part of me that's been trying to get this out. And for so long, I know so many people are hurting, and I try and give the guided messages. I do give the daily messages, and so often lately, that's what I meant to say, put my teeth in, the twin flame has come up, and I try and pull back from the name of it, exactly, and I try and pull back out of it a little bit sometimes, because I know it can upset people, and I'm not here to upset anybody, but at the same time, those truths still need to be spoken, and there are people waiting for that twin flame journey to carry on and now move to the next level. And the cycle of where we've just come from, especially where I got the reading this morning, has completely ended. The unity between the divine masculine and feminine, whether that's in self or in another person, is here, whether we like it or not. There is nothing we can do to change it. History has a way of repeating itself, but the same exactly. And that's the thing. And it's been coming out for so long. And I do try and pull back when it comes to the twin flame to a certain degree, because I know it can trigger a lot of people. I don't not do them, but maybe I don't go into it in depth. I kind of stop at a level. And I've been guided all day to get the rest of the message out, finish what we started. Sorry, my son's been messing with my I've just noticed my thing is I'm gonna tiswas. It is the 2nd today, isn't it? Yeah, 2nd. Sorry about that. Son was messing. Little river. Right, little touchy fingers. So we have 8 in the house. Big part of today's reading is going to be the twin flame oracle, along with the new tarot deck that I've had, that I seem to be really liking, and my own divine masculine feminine deck. I'm going to be pulling some shadow work sides with the dark oracle, and lastly we got the Nordic, which is the magical. So we're going to do 2 elements of the both. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to physically do this. I want to show you the cards, but my silly thing is weird, and it plays up a bit funny. Now, is the sound okay? I haven't used my microphone yet, so I'm going to use that tomorrow. We'll start in the morning message. I'm not going to play around with it tonight. The energies are very much here, so let me just give everything a shuffle and find out how is everybody. Find out while I'm shuffling and shaking. I think that acceptance of understanding that sometimes things aren't going to be pretty and isn't going to be okay for everybody has to come into play at times. And I've learned in the course of this journey that it's not about not caring what other people think. It's caring enough to know what I want, and what I've got to say is more important than not saying it. So there's definitely a message that wants to come out. I'm almost feeling as though there's that. So the guided message I got, the wall that divided. Yeah. The wall that divided the divine masculine and divine feminine. So he put a wall up, or the divine masculine put the wall up, because they were focused on building structure, that very solid physical energy of showing, doing. Feminines have had to work on the chakra opening with their heart and aligning things and being emotionally open and not closing down and learning to heal the inner side of themselves. We've also had to learn how to balance the book, financially progress in a more divinative and a separate way, and know that it's okay to focus on the two. And the masculine has also had to delve into his emotional side and connect to the feminine side. So it's somebody put it today, I can't remember who was watching, I think it was Soulful Revolution, and she said, it's like now finally the masculine understands. Exactly. Yeah, I think so as well, honeybee. The divine masculine finally understands where the feminine's coming from with all these emotions, and why she's so emotional about things and wants to be expressive about emotions, or why she hasn't been able to completely express because he may have shut her down. And the feminine is finally understanding the divine masculine couldn't open up emotionally because he was so focused on stability and on being productive in the 3D world. It was very 5D for the feminine, and it's been very 3D for the masculine. The understanding between the two of understanding the other side, because we've had to focus on the stability side and had to focus on being grounded and more action based when it comes to money and stability and moving things forward, and not relying on any kind of outside party to do that. It's all about the internal shake-up of what's happened. The masculine has learned the same, but from the emotional standpoint. So he's now connecting the 5D, the 3D. So he's walking on the 4D. And the same has happened on the feminine. She's connected the two energies. So we're both on that 4D. 4 is 222. 4 is very common, and what we're known as is in union. We've got the 4 of Wands, holding back with the 4 of Pentacles. We've got the 4 of Cups, not quite seeing what's been going on, disillusioned. There's lots of energies that have been going on that make the play with these 4s. And with the 4 of it, all I've seen all day was the mirroring that was happening. And then towards the end, I pulled the twin flame cards, and it was just so clear and apparent. And I had to come off quite quickly. I had a call come in, and I had to finish off the reading. And all day it's bugged me that I didn't go deeper into this union energy. So this is what this is for. It's a union reading of the two energies of two people, of a twin flame that is meant to come together in this lifetime. Some aren't meant to come together in this lifetime. Some are here to heal communities, heal themselves, and the twin flame is there to be the catalyst to awaken your soul, for you to help awaken other people's souls. Others are to come into union in the physical realm and in the physical form. And for me, this is the reading of that. This is the follow on and the play on from this morning. So I just wanted to clarify where we are. Okay, so enough shaking for that one deck. Okay, right, so I'll put the cards down and then I will change the camera viewpoint. So yeah, yeah, and that's the thing, you see. I think when you finally ask somebody else, or the energy of what's out there, to guide you, you have to follow those guides. And I've been so in tune, and my intuition has really overly focused and come into play the last few days, and it's hard for me to give a message out there when I'm not doing what I know I'm meant to be doing. And this is what I'm meant to be doing. I'm meant to be speaking on the twin flame. I'm meant to be making people aware of what's going on within and what your next step is. And it almost feels as though I don't have anything else to tell you. It's a repetitive, the end is now has happened, and the new beginning is here. This is union. This is union of self. This is union of the connection of your twin flame, of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And now we are here. And now I have to address that and move forward with that. And I know there's a lot of people that do follow me that don't want that. And that's perfectly okay. So obviously I will still do readings for those of you who don't. But I have to accept and give the energy to the readings that I'm called to give. And this is more so and more apparent because of the energy that's out there. Okay, so overall energy for the divine masculine. Overall energy, Hierophant. Hierophant, overall energy. What's in his headspace? 3 of Cups. Friendship, connection, celebration. So he wants to celebrate something. Knight of Swords. And what's covering that? Six of Wands. Success. So somebody wants to celebrate something because somebody has finally understood, with a Knight of Swords, somebody wants to be quite spontaneous and come in. The Divine Masculine is feeling as though he's ready to step forward, ready to celebrate, ready to create this success. And it's within a Three of Cups energy, which is the emotions. It says friendship, so wants to reconnect, to build a connection. Okay. 3 more for the story ahead. 3 more. The Hanged Man. So, Divine Masculine is feeling in limbo. And the energy that is going to be facing is the 7 of Cups, the choice, forgiveness with Judgment, and the Star, his wishes. Let's do the same for the Divine Feminine, and then we will work on bottom of the deck is Innocence, Page of Wands. That is the energy of messages coming in. The message of bringing things back to how they were. So this is very much where the Judgment is. The Divine Masculine is understanding that there has to be judgment and forgiveness on both sides to bring this together. I'm focusing on judgment. So overall energy of the Divine Feminine. Overall energy of the Divine Feminine. We have 4 of Coins. Holding something back. Being reserved. Holding back. Because they've learned not to be the action taker. Finally within the realm and understanding. Head, in your head, Divine Feminine has got the Queen of Wands energy going on. Confidently transformed. So the overall. With that transformation is, what's the Queen of Wands here for? The 2 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So Divine Feminine has chosen to be confident, transform, choose a path that leads to the ultimate happiness. Happiness is where her aspect, where the Divine Feminine's aspect is going. The Divine Masculine's aspect of where he's going is to celebrate. He wants victory and wants to move quite spontaneous. This is going to be fast moving energy moving forward. Overall, the knowledge has been learnt. There's something that's been learnt on the Divine Masculine side, and the Divine Feminine has not just learnt it, but she's learnt to hold on to it. So rather than over expressing. Okay, so let's see the story underneath, and then we will clarify, and then we will get the Twin Flame card, the Oracle cards. So the story for the Divine Feminine, how this connects to the Masculine. We have the 5 of Cups being the first card. Is it the 5? 1, 2. Oh, hang on. Sorry, let me just double check. 1, 2, 3. 4 of Cups. That's what I've just spoke about, the 4 of Cups. So it's the 4 of Cups. Sorry, they're new cards. 4 of Cups. The Tower. Now, the Tower is tomorrow's energy, Pluto energy. This is the shake-up. That wall that's divided, the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, the difference is crumbling. Is like the anxiety feeling that we're feeling, knowing that something is going to come in. Hence the reason why I think a Divine Feminine has been holding back, knowing that this energy is going to come in. This Tower moment has to happen because the shake-up means a new beginning. You have to shake things up, to break it up, to restart it over again. What else is coming in? Energy for the Divine Feminine. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. The 2 Swans, the 2 Cups. So the focus is here on finding that divine love, that soul connection. Then we have the King of Coins. Stability, groundedness. That's perfect for what is going to come in. The energy, bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords. That's what you don't see coming in bottom of the deck. For the Page of Wands. So the feminine cannot see what's about to come in. And what's coming in is a message from the divine masculine energy. So let's clarify between the two. Okay, so what is the knowledge, the overall energy in regards to, for the divine masculine, the Ace of Cups. So knowledge is learned and understood about self-love, is understood about what is needed to open up that heart chakra. The heart chakra for the divine masculine has been opened up. What is it for the feminine? Understanding that things can only move forward, holding back on a new cycle. Holding back, holding things close to your chest about a new cycle. Overall energy, Three of Cups. What's the celebration, this victory that the divine masculine is focused upon? King of Pentacles. He understands that the healing has happened enough to be grounded to build something quite solid. So he's finally working out that you can't necessarily go from this Wands energy. The healing of a divine masculine takes a long time, same as it does a feminine. And the King of Pentacles emulates that energy. So the divine masculine, the overall focus of what's going on now is to get there with a Page of Wands. And this is a learning how to express this in a new way. So divine masculine wants to come in quite quickly. This is why we've got the Knight of Swords. There's a celebration that he wants to announce. There was some kind of victory, but he understands that it has to come in from a grounded energy. There is going to be some kind of passionate communication that is given, or that divine masculine is going to use to move forward. Sorry, the dog is going crazy outside. Let's do the divine feminine. What's this transformational energy and this pathway that the divine feminine has chosen? We have the Two of Wands and we have the Two of Wands. Making the choices to walk away. The lessons have been learned. The High Priestess, because there's been a knowing. There's been things that have been kept back. There's things that the divine feminine has learnt, has known, has understood. So let's clarify, what is this Four of Cups all about? What's the Four of Cups all about? The Hierophant. It's exactly the same. This is exactly the same as the divine masculine. The knowledge has been learnt. Following the spiritual path. Walking forward. The divine masculine's overall energy is the knowledge that he has learnt within the spiritual walk. The wisdom. He's learnt the wisdom of where he is, who he is, and what he needs to do to be able to get to a more divinative place, to be able to create this union. The divine feminine has also understood that through her spiritual work and what has gone on, the only way she's going to reach, so it was the Ten of Cups, and the choices and the pathway to get to this, choosing to transform, to walk down a pathway to get to the Ten of Cups. She's had to go within the wisdom. Wisdom is where this is layered. So both sides have mirrored each other enough. Okay, what's the Judgment? So we've got Judgment of forgiveness on the divine masculine side, and we have the Tower, which is the Pluto energy of the 3rd of March on the feminine. So let's see, what's the Judgment all about on the divine masculine side? What's going on with the Judgment on the divine masculine side? The Chariot. So it's finally moving forward, wants to move forward. Now this is, Chariot is generally known as, it's a war vehicle, isn't it? It's something you go into battle. And the divine masculine has finally understood that the wisdom that he has learnt has given him forgiveness. So he's had to learn some kind of forgiveness of self, forgiveness in the situation. You see, when we don't hold ourselves accountable, we can be a victim. Finding and going through the dark night of the soul means finally you accept that you had a big part, or you have got toxic energy, toxic traits. Finally seeing those things creates this judgment energy. The Divine Masculine has learned about forgiveness, and look, the forgiveness in themselves. They're looking, the reflection that is there, forgiving themselves. We have the full moon energy there. Look, the new moon energy, which is where we are today. This brings in the wishes, the star. The Chariot is moving things forward. The Divine Masculine is finally willing and ready. He's battled through this this forgiveness, this shame, and is willing to move forward to go towards his wish fulfillment, which is the star. What is this? What is the star here for the Divine Masculine? What's the star here for? Death. So he understands that something has to end. He thinks, now this could be the Divine Masculine is moving forward, finally learnt to forgive himself, because maybe he's finally understood that his wish fulfillment, there's an ending here. Now, if this is the case, and you are not with your Divine Masculine, it makes sense why he would believe, or why the Death card is here. Page of Swords, speaking the truth. So as a Divine Masculine here, one second, sorry. Who wants to speak some truth, who's going to move forward, understands that there has to be a hell of a lot of forgiveness. They had the choice whether they were going to move forward or not, and they've decided they're going to move forward. Forgiveness is a pathway of two ways. You have to forgive others sometimes because you're carrying the burdens. So the things that they've had to release from their past in order to move forward, which is loosening the baggage, letting it go. This has created him to now feel as though he can speak the truth. I'm putting a death to a situation, a mind, a place. Something that has held him back, which is going to bring in, because for a long time, look, the Divine Feminine was feeling left, bored, confused. We know and we feel this connection between the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, but we do not understand, and we cannot understand why this hadn't moved forward. So we had to go and learn that we had to transform. We had to be this Queen of Wands. We had to embody the Queen of Wands energy, to choose a pathway, to walk away, to find the inner happiness through healing. The inner happiness, 10 of Cups. The Hierophant, through healing. Divine Masculine's overall energy was understanding the wisdom behind this and the healing to be able to get the Ace of Cups, the new emotional beginning that he has been waiting for. So what's in his heart, he's had to heal. What was in your heart, you had to let go of. They've had to find out what it was that was in their heart, and you've had to let go of it. You've both mirrored, but from the opposite angle. The yin and the yang is definitely here. So let's clarify the Tower. What's the Tower in regards to? The Seven of Cups. So that's the same as what the Divine Masculine has got. Second card in is the Tower. Second card in for the Divine Masculine. So we have 7 of Cups of Divine Masculine. We have the 7 of Cups for the Divine Feminine. So the choices that the Divine Masculine has had to walk away from meant that he's had to forgive himself and maybe other people, because without it, he wouldn't have been able to have put a death to something to be able to reach forward to go and get his wish fulfillment. The Divine Feminine understands that something is going to break down. This could be the illusion of the choices, of the deception that was created, because 7 of Cups is also an illusion with choice. Why is the 7 of Cups here? What's this illusion? What's the illusion? What is the illusion? The illusion is in regards to the 10 of Pentacles. The stability, the abundance. So I think There's been a shift and a change. The Divine Feminine has had to create her own stability by making the choices that she has made. Now, this is what I said in the beginning. The Divine Masculine has had to learn the knowledge of who he is to really open up his heart chakra. He has had to connect to the Divine Feminine within. The Divine Feminine has had to understand that these things had to come in to break the connection down, because the options and the choices that she had to choose were to create a more abundant stability, financial beginning for her. She's finally understanding that these moments had to happen, or what was going on with the things that shook up and broke up was for her to reach an element of stability. And the Divine Masculine has understood that these cycles have had to come in for him to understand and finally connect to love. Finally, both parties can see each other in a more clearer, non-judgmental, open way. And that creates the divide that was always there in the middle. He doesn't understand me, he's non-emotional. She doesn't understand me, she's too emotional. I understand now why my Divine Masculine is so focused on stability and working, but his emotions were blocked, therefore he blocked his finances. I understood that I was over emotional, over giving, so therefore I lost, because I gave all my energy in emotions. It meant that I lost in finances. So where I'm trying to gain, I was actually losing. The same way is in reverse for the Divine Masculine. Both lessons have now been learned, which has created that divide and the differences and what was separating you to come away. Therefore, both connections can now come into the middle and alignment and connect together in the yin and the yang ball, the darkness and the light. But both of you hold the same key, is in the middle. You hold the key of the darkness. He holds the key to the light, but he is shunned away from the light because the light doesn't give you prosperity. It doesn't give you stability. It doesn't give you financial gain. The emotions that the Divine Feminine, and the Divine Feminine has always had this darkness within her, which is the passion to move forward, to do things, to be productive. But she's always relied upon the Divine Masculine or blamed the Divine Masculine. And when you realize that both of you are one of the same, that is when union happens. And this is what's happened. So let's see this Two of Cups. What's the Two of Cups here for the Divine Feminine? The Hermit. The Hermit. The spiritual enlightenment has given you the understanding and the learning about who this soulmate connection is, about why this had to happen. So the Tower moment, your intuition is going to kick in. So this is the Pluto energy, which is tomorrow. So over the next few days, the Pluto energy is going to bring something in to shake it up, which is going to really illuminate. The intuition is going to really set off, and you're going to finally understand who your twin flame is, who this soulmate connection is, and it's going to bring in that. Because you see, a Tower moment shakes things up to the core, which is shaking the wall down that divides you and the Divine Masculine. Once that is gone, both of you are now understanding in the same capacity, which is going to bring the union together. There is nothing that can stop this. This is a force of nature stronger than the wills of each individual. The King of Coins is here. What's the King of Coins here? Which is the stability of learning and healing. Healing the devil, healing the codependency, healing the toxic ways between yourself. So you have finally understood. The intuition is now lit. And this is exactly what we said this morning. In this morning's reading, the Divine Feminine has finally let go of the abandonment issues, or has finally let go of the codependency of needing. Now, you see, sometimes it takes a relationship to heal a relationship wound. You can heal all your own wounds. You can heal your childhood wounds. When it comes to relationships, there is certain times in life where you cannot heal relationship wounds unless you're in a relationship. Because how can you address the things that create the wounding unless you're within it? So this is a final step of healing for the Divine Feminine to move forward. The last part of a Divine Feminine's healing is the abandonment issue. Is finally learning to ground herself enough to not let her fears stop her getting the Two of Cups, because now her intuition is going to be fully lit in the month of March, which is because she is now finally understood. I do not need my divine masculine because I am all I need. I want him. He's part of me. I've never lost the connection, but my abandonment issues made me believe that this has always been the way it is from a childhood, from a first relationship. Overall energy between the two. The King of Cups, the nurturing father energy. So the energy between the two is shared. We have the King of Cups and we have the King of Wands. So this is the passionately moving forward, but with stability. We have the King of Wands, we have the King of Cups, we have the King of Wands, King of Cups, King of Pentacles. So the only one that is missing here is the King of Wands, is the King of Swords. The only one, and we have the Knight of Swords. So there is no energy, and that tells me that's the truthful energy of learning. Clarity is here. So because that's the bottom of the deck. Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck. This has happened. So the person from your past, your twin flame, is your soulmate. This could be a past life connection or a past person that you have met in this lifetime. But all this had to happen to bring union in. And this for me is the beginning of this new cycle. Where is the... I just had it. I don't know where it is. But a new cycle. That's all based on love. Self-love. We went through our self-love. The divine masculine has now gone through theirs. We are now in the realm of Pentacles, grounding, abundance, stability, understanding why the divine masculine did his thing, and he can now understand why we had to do our thing. The connection between the two is now together. Final card on top of this, King of Wands and the King of Cups. Final card, please. Final card. Oh, I've got one flipped. Oh, right. Lessons have been learned. 10 of Wands. Picking the lessons up, moving away from them. When you get to a 10, the next one is a 1. 10 and the Page. Moving forward. This is going to be a very transformative energy that's going to bring both of you together. Yes, there's going to be a Tower moment, and the Tower moment could be in reflection to why you've been feeling this 4 of Cups energy. But the divine masculine, the reason what's going on here is because the divine masculine has the choice. But the judgment is going to call for him to have the forgiveness, to bring this together, to move it forward with the Chariot. So let's get the divine oracle cards for the twin flame connection. And let's see. Let's see. So, hi, Alban. Let's see. Let's see. Divine masculine. Energy of the divine masculine with the oracle cards, please. Contemplation. Healing. Healing his abandonment issues. So he's emotionally connecting to the heart chakra by understanding that he was emotionally unavailable because of an abandonment issue that he's had in his past. Which is why he's had to learn to forgive those connections from the past to be in order to move things forward. Because without putting a death to this, he's not going to be able to get his wish fulfillment. The truth has finally set in and the truth will be spoken. Now, the truth that might get spoken might be something that's going to leave you feeling a bit disheartened, and that's going to shake up the connection. But you have the choice, because finally you are stable. Pentacles are not an issue. Your intuition is here. because the Two of Cups is going to come in for the both of you. Final card for the Divine Masculine, and then we will do the Divine Feminine. Final card. Messages have been received. Divine Masculine is a doer. They finally understood the messages and been able to receive the information and receive the forgiveness from themselves. Divine Feminine. Hi, Debbie. Divine Feminine. What's the Twin Flame messages for Divine Feminine? What's the Twin Flame messages for the Divine Feminine? Karmic partners. So this come out over choices and the Five and the Four of Cups. It could well be. Sometimes a reading is not necessarily you, but it's the person that you're connected to. This is where discernment comes in. And you have to understand sometimes that standing back gives you a viewpoint. Maybe you needed to hear. If it is your other person, then it can also be that that person, you need to hear what's going on with their energy to be able to transmute it and understand it and see it from an outside perspective. So I understand that completely. Maybe that's what it is then. Yeah. Yes, I understand that. So Divine Feminine, he's having issues regarding karmic partner or a choice that somebody made that left them feeling out in the cold. Oh. Settling. Refocused. So, Divine Feminines. When a Divine Masculine walked away, she felt left out, betrayed. Because her Divine Masculine had gone to chosen a karmic relationship. Settling wasn't necessarily an option, but it was something that we'd done. The time was to refocus. We refocused our energies. We got on our horse and we moved into a direction of healing. Final card. Because the healing that we understood finally who we were. We were the Twin Flames. And we understood that in Twin Flame connections, your person is going to need a karmic partner to learn them the lessons that you could not learn them. And there was the illusion around why this happened for so long that left you feeling left out in the cold. Which has finally made you understand that with this Tower moment that comes in, things are going to be shaken up. Your intuition is going to let you know that this Twin Flame, this soulmate partner, and you had toxins both ways. You're each other's mirror. You are each other's Twin Flames. First time that card's ever come out. First time. First time. Let's get some of my own tattoo twin cards, which are messages. So, whoever your person is, messages from your person, from your Twin Flame. Messages, be that feminine or be that masculine. Thank you, Dan. Big hugs to you as well. Messages from your Twin Flame. Messages from your Twin Flame. Messages from your Twin Flame. I'm going to take 3. We've got 2. There's the 3rd. Okay. I took too many chances and I lost. Right, okay. Because of the time, I'm going to... I want to you hard, but I want to kiss you soft. So somebody's feeling quite amorous. One look at my body, one look and my body shudders. The chemistry that we have sets our connection apart from everything else. So finally, the divine masculine has, which is why the passion is here. Where was that? The Page of Wands wants to come in. The Page of Wands here, look. So this could be flirtatious messages, passionate messages, passionate information delivered. And the passion could be that I want to you fast and hard. Because I finally recognized the connection between the two of us. Finally understood. Okay. Shadow side. We all have shadows that need healing and dealing with. So let's see what is going on with this Pluto energy and this Tower moment that's coming in that is going to rock and shake up things. Is there any shadow energy that we need to be aware of whilst this is happening? Let's see. Queen of my world. Queen of my world. 24. For the divine feminine. Oh, 2 come out. Revenge. Alone in the world. So, the dark shadows, the shadows that have come to light, is the person that the divine masculine chosen was a karmic lesson. Because this is the karmic lesson card, the karmic female. This could be a mother, sister, or lover. For so long, the shadows of revenge. Look at the swords, wanting to cut somebody down, cut them out, wanting their divine partner to come in so they can use the swords to tell them to fuck off. If you are feeling as though you want your divine masculine to come in just so you can tell him to go and fuck off, that is a shadow side and a part of you that you need to heal. Because the shadow part of you, feeling alone in the world, is exactly how you're feeling right now. Alone, confused. This is toxic energy because it's a belief system that you are going to have some kind of innate wisdom. Your intuition is going to lit. And this could be the very shake-up that the Tower moment needs to bring in for you to realise this person is your 2 of Cups. And you are stable, you are grounded. Go in this energy, be in this energy. Because you do not want to use... And the reason that you're feeling like this, the reason that you're feeling in this... where have that card gone? Well, you're feeling in that 5 of Cups and 4 of Cups energy is because your shadow, the shadow work, is that you're feeling alone in the world, abandoned. Because this is abandonment. We had abandonment. Karmic partners. Don't let the shadow work or the shadows of the past relationship, let it all go. This is meant to be released before this comes in. And the reason we had to release it is because when your divine partner comes in, if you hadn't released those abandonment issues and those dark shadows, those niggling thoughts that were dragging you back in, this can stop the connection moving forward. And the universe is bringing this in for a reason. Do not let the shadows stop you expressing, understanding, getting the light. Because the divine masculine thing that could be stopping him is a karmic partner, which is the very fear that you had all along. Your fears manifest. Do not fear a karmic partner because you are the twin flame. You are this person's person. But by focusing on revenge and feeling alone and abandoned, you are going to push something. Thank you so much, Alban. You are going to push something away. By pushing it away is the very thing that you've been moaning this other person has done. And that is your shadow side. You attract what you are. And if you believe that you need to use your swords as revenge because you're feeling alone in the world, then the divine masculine is going to run straight back to a karmic partner, which is what's always happened in the old cycles. Time for that cycle to end. That's just the shadow side. The shadow side is here as a warning, so you do not use it. Work through it. We have the Pluto energy in only one day. That is a very real, which can sometimes create some anxiety. Do not let that happen, because divine masculine does want to come in here, and he wants, but what's going to be needed is forgiveness. And you to shake away those foundations of fear, that another partner, that they could choose a karmic partner. Drop the revenge. It's not going to serve you. It's a toxic way of being. These are fears. And just at the point where you're about to elevate and get something that you really want, the devil is sent in to stop you. The devil doesn't want you to have this connection because it wants you to stay locked into cycles of abuse and of mind fuckery. You have the option now, because why? Because you've learnt the wisdom is very much within you. And this is why this Tower moment is going to come in, for you to realise that this is all a belief system. The belief system has to change because you are twin flames. I knew there was a reason why this reading had to come out. And if it was only because of pre-warning you that your shadow side can be the very reason why, that if you walk into this new cycle, new moon is walking into things in a new way, seeing things from a new perspective, leaving those shadows behind. This is how we start a new cycle with a new belief system, leaving the old in the past. Hence the reason why this reading had to come out today, because the new energy starts tomorrow, the Pluto energy. Today is the day of manifesting those new beginnings. You're not going to open new doorways with old keys. The old key is keeping you locked into the old cycle. The cycle of round and around and around. The one that has been so draining, the one that you want to go. It's like a merry-go-round you want to get off because you're sick and you're tired of it. You are the only people that keep you locked into that cycle. Release the devil. Release the need for revenge. Release the thought of what karmic partners are, because it doesn't matter how many times we go round this. There is no running away from the fact that you have the ability to do this. This is all on you. And how you react to this person coming in depends on whether they choose the other person, which is a karmic partner, or whether they choose the twin flame. How it is. Let's get one from the moon magic, being that we are on a full moon today. Just the one. One from moon magic, and let's end it there. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. Serendipity. A cycle will turn around and around and around until the perfect timing. Serendipity is perfect timing. And this comes in with the blue moon. So on that note, I'm going to leave it there. I thank you so much for all the super chats today. I've had an absolute whale of a time getting to where we are today. Finally understanding my ability. And so it is. Accept the reading, claim the reading. Please like, share, comment, do what you've got to do. Get this reading out there, because I think there's a lot of divine feminines and twin flames that are about to come into union. And I think that it is these devil thoughts. The devil wants to come in at the point when you reach your greatest velocity, because the devil doesn't want twin flames to get together. Because don't forget, the devil was an angel that lost his twin flame along the way and went down this karmic path. So if it can put the fear in you, make you believe the old cycles, jump back in, this cannot happen. Feed the happy wolf, not the angry one. Revenge has no place in this world. And that's on a bigger scale as well, with this Russia thing and all the rest of it. War is not what we need. We do not need to retaliate. Violence begets violence. It doesn't work. Hello, Tinkerbell. Love, peace, understanding. But most of all, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is needed in this world as a humanitarian, as a connection in all realms. And don't always believe everything. Listen, we've had enough awakenings and knowledge when it comes to the media and what goes on out there to understand that they've been lying to us continually through this pandemic. Don't believe what you hear, what you see right now, because the whole world can go to war because of something contrived within the media. What is right? Is it right? No. What's happening? No, it isn't. But two wrongs never make a right. Sometimes you have to stand up and use a weapon that you've never used before. Weapons of mass destruction and death, and never going to win anything. It just means that power creates the understanding that you believe that you have won and you haven't. You can never win when you use fear. Love is the only thing that will conquer all nations. We do not have to understand why the war is happening, but we do have to understand that we have a responsibility to act in a different way. If history tells us anything, it tells us that we do not learn from history. How can we have gone through as many wars as we have? The battles with Afghanistan and all the rest of it. How many people did we have to learn to lose before we understand a war is not going to save us? You don't have to work and condone with the energy. Do not let yet fear and revenge stop you from gaining this. And that's all I've got to say on the matter. Politics isn't my big point, but humanitarian love, understanding shadow sides, understanding fears, understanding how people want to control situations with fear. I understand. So, on that note, I hope you all have a lovely evening. Thank you endlessly for the donations. I appreciate both of you so much. We finally got to Super Chat. After all this time of trying to fiddle out PayPals and all the rest of it. I should be back in the morning with the Pluto morning message. And tomorrow, don't forget, Pluto is the tower. So be aware what's happening. Be the King of Coins. Be the King of Pentacles. Be grounded, stable. Do not let somebody come in and rock your kingdom just because of fear. Things need to shake up to make up. And somebody here wants some makeup sex by the looks of it. That's what I've got. That's what I've got. So, on that note, good night. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. And I love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste. Smooches.